Okay.
Yeah, quick break there to grab a banana and to get together again for another.
Is that what you call it?
I know. I've also got something to eat. Hey! I don't usually eat on stream, but this time I will. So great show yesterday, guys. Thank you for that, and to everybody who was watching and listening along, who dropped us comments and all the rest of it. This is the bit that we do when we get together and we chew the fat, and we have a bit of a brag about what we've managed to grab from, well, in my case, from car boot sales, secondhand shops, or have been gifted by other people in the realms of physical media, because we're all, I think, definitely in Keith's case, we're all big physical media fans. This week, though, guys, I was reading more articles by people who are really annoyed with streaming services because they keep taking off not just movies and cutting movies, but entire TV shows go missing as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I don't... Sorry, Chris, you go.
Oh, no, I was just saying, well, Netflix is removing one of their first 3 series. It was, I can't remember what it was called. It was the horror series. Around the same time as Orange is the New Black and House of Cards. So now they're not only are they getting rid of third-party content, they're now getting rid of their own content. I got to look that up. What was the show?
Very, very weird. Very strange.
There was recently another show that Netflix it was on Netflix, but it was produced by Warner Brothers called Final Space, and it was
I saw that.
Show.
Yeah, that was good.
Well, that's been removed and been used as a tax write-off by Mr. Zaslav, another one. So all of the series is getting dumped. The whole series is getting dumped. It will not be shown ever again. There's 2 seasons of DVD. Final Space. It was an animated show, kind of like a Futurama-y type of show.
Yeah, it was all right. I liked it.
In space. And there were 3 seasons, and they've pretty much Netflix. It was only on Netflix. So
I've heard it's good.
Yeah, it's gone now.
I saw a video on YouTube the other day, and the guy hosting it, the whole title was "Why It's Time to Bring Physical Media Back." It's never been away for me, Keith. Never been away.
No, absolutely. Me neither, obviously. But because of this, exactly what you're talking about, because of rights and things getting removed and changed and ownership and all of that sort of thing. Yeah, we can't just rely on streaming anymore as being the place that we can go to find stuff. I mean, to be fair to sites like Amazon, you can buy most things if you want to actually have a pay-per-view. You want to rent or buy something on the Amazon platform, and I think Apple do that as well, Apple TV. But
they do something called an Apple Pass, don't they? An Apple Pass.
Yeah.
Gotta watch how you say that.
Apple Pass. It was Hemlock Grove was the name of the show.
Oh, Hemlock Grove,
it's a Netflix original, one of the original 3, and it's the first of their original series. So they're now stripping their original series.
Wow.
Which apparently it has a big cult following, so people are not happy about this. So there's nothing, like when I was watching Dahmer, I'm like, there's like nothing else I want to watch on. This is how bad it is with Netflix in Canada. 3 months ago, they added Young Sheldon, which actually I really liked.
I liked it,
but it's been in the top 10 for 3 months because outside of Netflix stuff, there's nothing else on there. Like literally nothing. It's horrible.
I want to show you guys something that my sister got me. Right, I don't know if this will work on here.
Let's see the goodies.
So this is a 3D Star Wars poster. It's 3D. Can you see that? But it's probably you can't see probably.
Yep, you can.
Yes, lenticular.
Yeah. So it's really quite neat. She got me this.
I love that poster.
It's beautiful.
As well.
Yeah. I've got that as well. In fact, I think mine's like a
I've got a bed sheet
portrait. It's like a longer one,
and
it's in 3D. Yeah, because I used to have it up until I was it's another story. What have you got there, Keith? What's that, mate?
Well, you prompted me talking about Netflix and things. I mean, Netflix do release some of their stuff on physical media.
Eventually.
Not anymore, I don't think.
Really?
Not on Blu-ray here. No.
Stranger Things season 3 was never released.
Right.
Midnight Mass, as far as I know, that hasn't been released. So I think they've actually stopped.
Oh, that's a shame because I have to say, The Haunting of Hill House.
I had the same one. Well, the Region 1 version.
Yeah, I'm a big Mike Flanagan fan anyway. But what's great about this is it's actually got extended episodes. So the episodes on here are longer than the versions that they had on.
Isn't that strange for a streaming service, and they don't give you that option? You know?
Yeah,
well,
it's
here's
weird.
the funny thing about Netflix. They're still running their original rental service, like how they started out with. So you can still no, it's still going, and you can still rent DVDs. I think even still Blu-rays through it. So Netflix is still renting out physical media, but their own shows aren't on physical media anymore.
It's weird, isn't it? I mean, this one, I did do a full review on this on my channel, but this actually also has audio commentaries. Again, Mike Flanagan. Really, I just love his stuff anyway.
I heard how good that was when it dropped 18 months ago, something like that, and I just never got around to watching it. But I know that obviously Netflix and the Marvel thing, so the Daredevil show and Jessica Jones, those aren't on there anymore, are they?
No, they're on Plus now, I think. Yeah.
Yep, they've moved over now. Netflix has nothing to do with those series.
It's a shame because
they even took the Netflix name off it.
I'll tell you what, though, mate. For your sister to get you that picture, that's nice.
Yeah. No, me and my sister are pretty close. You know. Yeah, she's
that's
she's very.
When you travelled with to America, isn't it?
Yeah. Because nobody else would go with me. But it's really good.
I wanted to go, I just couldn't do it at the time.
Oh, there. Yeah, but no, she's a good sister. My sister, a lovely person, a nice person.
We were talking about yesterday on the show. We're talking about the monsters. Leads me to my first pick. What I've managed to get hold of this week. Go on then. I'm over the moon with this because I've been after it.
Of that, actually.
I've been after it for years, Matt. I have on DVD, and I've had it for a long time, a movie called Addams Family Values. I'm a creature of habit, and I've been holding on to watch that I've had that on DVD for about 4 years. And I thought, well, I'll watch that, but I can't watch Addams Family Values until I've seen the Addams Family, and I haven't been able to find it. And my rule is that I don't spend silly money on these DVDs. No, I just pick them up for what I can here and there. But today, I've actually managed to get hold of the Addams Family on DVD.
Come out at last,
so I can. Nice. Well, it's been out for while. It's been out for quite a long time again. I think this is a new sleeve. So it has been available for a while, but like I said, I don't buy these things new. I just pick them up secondhand where I can. And so now I'll be watching The Addams Family and Addams Family Values for the first time in nearly 30 years since I've seen both of them. So I'm looking forward to get stuck into that. That's the old Raj.
But the Addams Family, it's much cooler than the monsters, isn't it? I mean, the Addams Family has it has.
It's got that cool culty edge, isn't it?
Yeah.
Well, when we talked about the monsters, I think the monsters was clearly a traditional sitcom with a twist, whereas the Addams Family, it seems to be a darker comedy. The original show was dark. From what I remember, I only ever saw about 4 episodes of that, but I just remember it being quite black comedy and not so much for families. It could be just my memory playing tricks on me. So that's one. That's one. And the other one I paid £2 for this. It's the complete box set of the Royal Family to add to my comedy collection.
Oh, God, I haven't watched that show in years.
Neither have I, mate. Neither have I. So I had another edition of this a few years ago, and that also said it was the complete collection, but it wasn't because they'd made some specials afterwards. This is absolutely everything. Because obviously, sadly, Carolina Hearn died around 7 or 8 years ago. So obviously that's it now. There'll never be any more episodes of this. And that's all 3 actual full series and all 5 of the specials. It's still at shrink wrap as well. It was only £2. So I got that was at a car boot sale. Very happy with that. An absolute bargain.
He just had a birthday too. The guy that plays the head of the family, he just turned 83. So
83. Ricky Tomlinson's 83.
Yep.
Wow, I didn't know he was that old. But
Yep.
sadly,
On Twitter the other day.
Carolina Hearn's no longer with us, and Liz Smith, who played Nana, she died a few years ago too. So that's a shame. But it's a great show, very, very funny. I've always got some old sitcom or another on the go at any given time, Keith.
Yeah. Well, I've just pulled these. That's why I turned the camera off momentarily. I just pulled these out of the shelf, and because it's you, Dan. So these are obviously, this is no big deal now because these are available here in the UK now under special editions and whatever. But about a year ago, I bought these from Kino Lorber in the US, and I know I'm not the biggest Doctor Who guy, but I do have fondness for the films. So these were
I love those covers.
So do I.
Yeah, the two Peter Cushing Doctor Who films, Doctor Who and the Daleks. And
I came so close to ordering those, and I think I was about to order them the week before they announced that they were getting released here with the steelbooks and stuff. Yeah, and I still like you, Matt. I prefer those sleeves, really.
Yeah,
yeah. I mean,
those other ones are ugly. They're ugly.
Yeah, these are part of the Kino Lorber classics, as they've done them. Kino Lorber actually quite a good label for producing these sort of things. And these
I'm wondering what the quality's like, because didn't they go back and redo the whole look? Went through the whole system with with 4K once they did that.
They did, and that's what these are produced from. So
right.
These are the newer ones. They were released on.
They're not from that DVD version.
No. They were released on Blu-ray a few years earlier, and you're right, that was from the transfers that they did about 20 years ago for the DVD release, which by the way, I've got somewhere. I've got that was in special packaging.
Yes, so
and these are remastered, and these have actually got
and
I've
VHS.
listened to both of them. They've got commentaries from Kim Newman on here.
Apart from that, it's a great release. Sorry, Kim.
It's interesting. It's interesting. I actually quite enjoyed his commentary because he
doesn't get his facts right, but anyway.
Oh well, he may have got things wrong. I don't know. He
does.
He's not the authority that he thinks he is. Kim. He seems like a lovely fella, but no, he's not all that.
And needs a haircut.
Yeah, he's in a lot of them. Yeah, I've also been and got another bargain here. So I paid £1 for 10 DVDs.
Yeah.
Okay. Now this was from a charity shop. This wasn't from a car boot sale. So I'll show you what I've managed to pick up. This is one pile. I have most of them were very clean, and most of them were quite new. This only came out a few months ago. One of them was the Suicide Squad. The James Gunn film.
Yeah.
They're still in its O-ring slipcase as well. It's completely unopened.
Oh wow!
Oh, damn.
I didn't really like that film. Don't know why.
Yeah, you said you didn't. I liked it. Certainly enough to watch it again. I wouldn't rave about it because I'm not a massive. Well, I like James Gunn's earlier films, Chris. When he was Super and films like that.
Super was good. That's
Slither,
on
all that
Netflix
stuff.
Or the script for the Dawn of the Dead remake. Yeah, no, it's I think compared to everything else DC's done over the past decade, it's probably their strongest film.
Got a lot of attitude, doesn't it? And Peter Capaldi's in it, of course, which has got to be a good thing. And Margot Robbie is actually she's not that gorgeous in that. They cover up quite a lot of the time, don't they? But other than that, it's pretty good. I think what's his name? Idris Elba's quite good in that. Yeah, I like it. And John Cena was good in it too. I'm quite a big fan of John Cena. I like what he's doing. I also managed to get, technically I got 11 films for £1 because one of them was this. It's a double pack of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2, The Secret of the Ooze, and the third film.
And the one nobody wants to talk about.
And Ian says that I'm the one that freaking has bad films. Honestly.
I can't even remember. What's the third one called? Is it called Back in Time or something?
Yeah,
like
they
that?
went back in time.
They go to feudal Japan.
I've never seen.
Terrible.
I've never seen it. don't they replace the actress who plays April in the third
do.
one?
In the second one
they
as
also
well.
replaced the costumes because they couldn't use the costumes that they had, so they used the cheapest crap they could find.
Oh no, the costumes are brilliant in the first
They
one.
were from Jim Henson. That's why.
Yeah.
They were
They
from the
use
Henson Company.
costumes anymore as they lost the rights or some crap, so it's like something that they just threw together. It's awful. Like the script is bad. Like everything about that movie.
That second movie has Vanilla Rice in it, for God's sake.
I've seen the second one.
Go Ninja, go.
The first movie was quite entertaining.
It's a nice.
I just no.
Yeah.
But I'm a completist, you see, so I had to have all three of them.
Oh no, I got all three of them. They came together on one set. That's the only reason.
Oh, that would have been even better. That would have been even better. Another film I've been after for a long time. Talk about being a completist. I'm a big fan of the original film, Joe Johnston film from 1989, Honey, I Shrunk the Kids. And this is the last one that I had to get all of these on DVD. So I've got Honey, We Shrunk Ourselves there, which I think was the third one, wasn't it? The second one was Honey, I Blew Up the Baby or Blew Up the Kid. So this is the completed trilogy now of Honey, I Shrunk the Kids films that I've got. I didn't even know you could get this on DVD, but I found this in that same shop there. Very well happy with that.
You need the Disney experience or the Universal. Where was that one? Was it Universal or Disney? I can't remember. But
Disney. I think it's Disney.
There was a
the Disney
Honey, I
Club.
Shrunk the Kids ride. It was sort of a ride. It was an experience.
Honey, I Shrunk the Audience.
Yeah,
but it was
it
was a good trailer though. I always remember the bit where he's about to eat his Cheerios and they're inside the O and they go, "Dad, don't eat us." I always remember that bit. It's quite cool.
Fantastic.
And then of course you see all the
when it came out, but I didn't care.
Yeah, well, in the first one you actually get to see all the people behind the scenes actually pushing the ant. They never ever took it out.
It is really. It's a nice little kids film. The first one.
I think that by the time they got to the third one, this was a direct-to-DVD thing, like a TV movie or something. Like the budget was a lot lower. Sticking with
is
the
that
90s.
The one with Eric Idle? Because they had one with Eric Idle in it too.
Never seen it, mate. I couldn't tell you. But sticking with the 90s, I've also got Hard Target, the John Woo film.
Oh, what a great movie that was!
Jean-Claude Van Damme. Again, haven't seen
Is
this
that
since
the one where he bites the rattle off the end of the rattlesnake? Is that right?
No, I don't know. I don't think so. This is the John Woo film.
Yeah,
John Woo directed this one.
It's a masterpiece in acting.
No, but listen, that film is really good. I mean, the way it's directed, obviously, it was new for the time because I think it's John Woo's first American movie. But the action's really good in it. It's really fun, that film, I found, anyway.
He's got a proper mullet in that one, hasn't he?
Yes, he has, yeah.
Mullets, motorbikes, doves, denim shirts, you name it, it's all in there.
There's that
the full 90s experience.
Car tries to run him over and he's on the bike and it hits the bike and he rolls over the car, doesn't he?
That's
he falls and it starts shooting at the car and it blows up. The car blows up. He's pretty cool in that film.
Can't wait to see it again. It is mostly the mullet that's famous for. And
do
somebody
you these things, Dan? I mean, are you? And I mean this quite seriously.
Yeah.
Because I know some people that they buy physical media and don't watch it, and even I've got like a pile of things where
I've got a pile of stuff I haven't
go on streaming or go into a movie at the cinema, and I think, oh crap, I've got to get round to watching these, and I try and watch everything, but
I've got a shelf full of films that I've not seen. I've got some films that I've never seen at all that I've bought, and some that I've just never got round to, and some of them I buy just for completist's sake. I wouldn't say I've got no intention of watching them. I think, well, that'll do for a rainy day. There's certain films that I'm in a certain frame of mind to watch on any given day of the week. And this is a prime example because I can't stand Clint Eastwood. There's very few exceptions, particularly if he's directing as well. My God. But there are exceptions. And one film I liked when I was a kid is Heartbreak Ridge. I didn't even know you could get this on DVD, and that was in the same shop too. So I picked that up. Again, he directed this and he stars in it.
Yeah,
I'll probably hate it, but I thought, well, I'll get it because I needed 10 to make up the offer. You see, that's
it's all right. That's all right. It's all right. Yeah, it's okay.
I liked it when it came out.
The AK-47 attack rifle. It's the preferred weapon of your enemy. It has a very distinctive sound. Remember it.
It's a good film.
I remember this. It came out around the same time as Full Metal Jacket, and I liked Full Metal Jacket a lot more, and I still watch Full Metal Jacket. But this one I haven't seen since the 1980s.
Dan, by the way, Char's meant to be coming on. She just texted me just now. Just give her a sec. So later on, will you?
Oh, okay. Oh my God. Is she decent? Is she sober?
I don't know. I don't know if she's sober, but we'll see, right?
I have a question for you guys, though. I have a question for you guys. Talking about things that you buy and haven't actually watched yet. I did an unboxing of this a while back, but I haven't actually watched any of it yet. I'm sure Matt's got thoughts on it. Chucky, the TV series, which, by the way, has a lenticular cover as well, Ian.
Oh, that looks good. Hang on, let's get that.
Right.
But yeah,
this series is created by the guy who did the original films, isn't it? Not the remake. So this is the original continuity.
Have you seen it, Keith?
No, I haven't. That's what I mean. I bought it and I've unboxed it, but I haven't put it in the player yet. I haven't actually. Right. I need to. There's 10 episodes, I believe, and I need to. I need to watch them. But I just wondered. Have you guys seen this? Is it
very
one episode?
I've seen it around. I haven't bought it.
Yeah, it's very woke.
Oh, I'll pass.
Yeah,
but they said, the bloke who made that though, didn't he make that because he said that the remake was woke and that?
Is that Don Castorelli?
I must admit the remake because there's the thing. He's got the rights. I believe the way it works, Dan Mancini is the original creator.
You're right.
He has the rights to Chucky, right? But
the original Child's Play.
Child's Play is owned by Paramount or Universal, whichever studio it was that made it. So when they made the remake, they were able to do that because they own that property. But the reason he's doing the sequels and the TV show is because he owns the rights to the character,
and the likeness of the original character too.
Yeah, the good. And
that's
Brad
similar.
Does the voicing then instead of Mark Hamill did it on the reimagined version.
That's a similar thing that's happened with Blake 7. So even though the Terry Nation estate intellectually they own Blake 7,
right? The
visuals and the TV show and the look of the Liberator and those actors in those roles, the BBC own that. That's a very simplified version of the situation, but it's a similar thing. So they can go and they can do other audios and recast them and do this and do that and do the other.
Right.
But they had to. For example, when Big Finish started doing Blake 7, they had to renegotiate. They had to negotiate with two parties. Well, you can hear that on Teleport on my Blake 7 podcast. The entire story of that. But it's a truncated version of what went on there.
Okay, because they had to, obviously there was Dudley Simpson for the music, right? But then BBC owned the sound effects, so they had to recreate the sound effects. Is that right? Something like that. I've heard. I've watched
all the sound effects. All the sound effects were completely new for the audience.
Right.
Have you guys seen some of the fan paintings and 3D drawings of the Liberator?
Yeah,
some of them are really good. I mean, if they brought it back now, there's one shot. It was like a 3D drawing of the Liberator. He made it so sleek and everything. And I'm thinking to myself, if I brought it back, I'll do that.
Yeah, I know exactly who you mean, and really I've been talking to him for a while, and he won't come on the show. He says he's too shy, but I'm still working on him. I've been recording new teleports as well.
I'm a massive. I have to say, I mean, I'm not really a Doctor Who guy, even though I've bought these films. But I'm a massive Blake 7 nut, and I love.
Come on the next teleport with me, and we'll because I've got a couple of interviews sort of in the pipeline. Come on the next teleport with me, and come and chat to some Blake 7 folks with me. Ian, I remember that a couple of weeks ago we were talking about that film Dave.
I love Dave.
Kevin Kline, and we talked about that, and you mentioned that it's a bit like another film, and I said, well, is it this? And I thought I'll have to get hold of that as well. Well, I have. So I in that pile was The American President with Michael Douglas.
Oh, yeah.
And Annette Bennett.
Very, very nice film. I really like that film as well. It's a good film. It's very romantic. It's
it's the same writer as same director, sorry, as When Harry Met Sally, isn't it? Something like that.
Yeah, it's a good film. I kind of like, but I'm a sucker for romance films. My favorite romance film of all time is, again, I'd say this again, is While You Were Sleeping. I love I can watch that till the cows come home. I love that film. I think it's a really great movie. In fact, I was watching it today it's on Amazon. I was watching it today on Amazon. I've got my own copy as well up there. But I just love Sandra Bullock in it. She's so fucking cute in that film. It's really
she's lovely.
Yeah.
From one extreme to the other, though, from the American President, their romantic comedy, to bang up to date too with an unopened copy of Venom: Let There Be Carnage.
Those films are terrible.
Let that one remain sealed.
I only got through halfway through the first one.
Let that one remain sealed, said Chris.
I loved the first one. Absolutely loved it from start to finish. And why I haven't got around to seeing this before, I don't know. I'd kind of forgotten that it came out, and yes, I've never seen it. But it's got good people in it, and Michelle Williams.
Yeah. I was about to ask Keith.
Keith,
you have the Raiders, don't you? The 4K Raiders.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. I'm going to get it. I just wanted to talk to you about it first before I get it. But is there anything missing from this version or the other version, the other blue? What's missing?
Yeah, unfortunately, these are beautifully. There is a caveat with these, so they are beautiful steelbook. With lovely artwork, beautifully presented. In the UK, you get both the Blu-ray. Sorry, let's show those again. So beautifully presented steelbooks. I do a full unboxing on the channel for all three.
And I see they didn't do Indiana Jones and the Raiders of the Lost. Oh, they did. Okay.
They did on the discs, but not on the box.
Not on the cover.
Not anywhere on the cover. But no, they are beautifully done, and the 4K transfers are fantastic. They're Dolby Vision and Dolby Atmos, and they look great. However, and I do alert this on my channel, other than the trailers, these include no special features whatsoever. The special features were on the bonus disc that came with the complete collection, and are sadly not on these individual copies. So
not even on the Blu-ray?
No. The Blu-ray, I put the Blu-ray in, and it is just the film and the trailers. That's it. And the 4K is the same. Exactly. What you're showing there includes the bonus.
Yeah, I'm keeping that.
Yeah, it does. I got the bonus one here.
That's an awesome documentary, that one.
So even that, and then, by the way, there's what they all look like spine-wise.
All right.
That looks like a
I'm actually tempted to get it, Keith, because I'm a huge fan, and to see it in 4K, because I've got it on Blu-ray, but to see it in 4K, is the picture really good?
Yes. I can't
get it.
The transfers are fantastic. The audio and video on these is fantastic. And the still books and the fact they've used the original artwork, plus you get a mini.
It's that original artwork that would sell it for me. That would be the only thing that would get me upgrading again.
But unfortunately, special features. If you want special features, you have to buy the box set. And I don't like the reason I didn't get the box set is because I'm not bothered about the fourth movie. And also, I just didn't like the artwork because, as Chris rightly said, they've repackaged it as Indiana Jones and the Raiders of the Lost Ark, and they've got these white, this sort of white packaging, and I don't know, it just didn't feel Indiana Jones to me.
It's so ugly. I put off getting them because the package is so ugly. Like it's, and you got the same package in Region 2. It is hideous.
Yeah,
there's no way I'm going anywhere near that. I noticed that they've got. I intend on doing some Bond coverage soon because I love James Bond. But I noticed they're putting them all out in steelbooks with beautiful artwork, not the original artwork, which would be preferable, but still quite nice artwork taken from the opening title sequences, I think, and that's what they're putting on the front of these steelbooks. I'm not sure how frequently they're coming out. I think maybe even one a month.
Yeah, it's because it's the sixth. In fact, this weekend, literally this weekend, marks the 60th anniversary.
Oh, is it this weekend? God, I thought it was November.
The BFI at the moment, and I'm sadly missing it, but they've got a load of Bond special content going on at the British Film Institute today because but they had an interview with Barbara Broccoli and Michael G. Wilson because Dr. No was released this weekend 60 years ago. So it's literally that franchise is 60 years old. So of course they're re-releasing all of the films.
All of them,
you know, and no doubt they'll release a bumper box set.
God,
but there's a documentary that hasn't been released yet about the music on
it's funny
Amazon.
you should say that because when I said
now in the BFI 5 p.m. now at the BFI.
Oh, is that where you're going to go and see it? Is that
no? Unfortunately, I'm here.
Oh, all right, okay.
But that is showing in town, today. So.
I can wait for it to come on Amazon. I'll watch it on Amazon.
Well, how about? Well, it's out. It's dropping in a few days' time. So I want to do something on James Bond. Why don't we do that next Saturday? Get together and talk about that.
Moonraker. I haven't even opened it.
Ian, we've got her. She's here. She's
here.
Oh,
is she? Oh, she's sober.
We're about to find out, mate. All right, Char.
She's sober.
No.
Are you sober? Are you sober, love? How are you? You okay?
I'm well, thank you. I always get really confused because I get like sort of sucked in. I'm not quite sure what I'm joining. So,
well, we're just what do you call it? Blowing the breeze, farting the breeze. I don't know.
She's a game girl. He means shooting the breeze, Char.
That's what I mean.
He means rambling. Know what that means.
He means rambling, and you can do that. You can do that.
Oh, I think I could do that. Yeah. But hi, everyone. How you doing?
Should I tell you? Should I tell you what you've missed so far?
Go on.
Nothing.
Go on. I was out walking the dog. So what's going on?
You've missed Venom, Honey, I Shrunk the Kids, The Suicide Squad. I know, all good stuff. The Addams Family. You remember Chris, don't you, from the other week when you were on before?
Hello, hey Char.
Hello, of course I do.
And this is Keith.
A very impromptu thing. Sorry, Dan. Go on.
This is Keith. That's Ian, the one waving Blu-rays at you there from the top line.
Who?
Yeah, shut up, woman.
The correct answer.
And that Australian gentleman, we are not friends as of the icy blonde comment, but it's fine. We'll get there. I'm sure we'll get. Yeah. Oh, Matt, I saw. Don't you worry.
I just asked if it was real or not. If you were natural blonde.
Not entirely sure.
The drapes.
All right. Listen,
yeah.
Thanks again for the other. Thanks again for the other night.
2 minutes.
Sure. Thanks again for the other night. That Type 40 Live was one of the best shows we've put out.
Go on. What are we talking about? I've been not going brief.
Physical media. I was about to show the guys this. I bought 10 DVDs for £1. The next one that I picked up was a scary one. I've never heard of it, never mind seen it. So I hope Chris is going to tell me whether this is a good one or not. It's called You're Next.
That is awesome. A bunch of rich people get slaughtered in every wonderful way imaginable. It is. I watched that a few weeks ago, actually. So yes, I recommend it.
Yeah,
because it says if you like The Purge, then you'll like this. So I thought, I like The Purge. I love The Purge. In that case, why wouldn't I like this? And there's a very attractive woman on the front, which is never a bad thing. And it's a great title as well. So I never heard of this. I'm going in on that. Yeah.
Who is it that stars in that?
Heaven knows. Because the lighting's not great in this. I can't actually see.
Yeah, not really, no big name actors, really. But they all get killed in wonderful ways.
Fantastic.
Has anybody seen Smile, by the way?
I saw a bus shelter
seen the advertisement for it.
Yeah, I've seen ads.
I want to see it. Looks good.
It looks really good. It does look good.
Yeah. Your Next is good. It played at Fright Fest a few years back. It's directed by Adam Wingard, and it's really worth it. So you'll enjoy that for sure.
Where do I know that name from? I've seen something he made recently.
Yeah, he did recently. What did he do? He did something quite well known. He's done things like The Guest and he did
I guess
Kong and Godzilla, or Godzilla versus Kong, or whatever it was.
No, I don't. It must have been something else.
Don't know what else he's done.
I'll have to go and look him up later on. I've also managed to get this. Now, I haven't seen any film starring Will Smith since he slapped poor. Who was it? He slapped
Chris Rock.
Chris Rock, wasn't it? Yes, at the Oscars, wasn't it? So I haven't watched anything of Will Smith since then. I must admit, I think that was a bit of a dicky move from him there.
It was.
But yeah, I got this. This is by Ang Lee, and it's got Will Smith in it twice. It's called Gemini Man.
It's terrible.
Yeah. It's been sitting on my shelf in shrink wrap for years.
It feels like the thing that's weird about that film is Ang Lee shot it in 128 frames per second. So it's so uncanny.
You know what's worse than Will Smith? Two Will Smiths.
Yeah. It's not that good.
It's not very good at all. You know what? Talking about Will Smith, I watched iRobot again. It was on Amazon. I watched it again. And I really like that film. I don't care what people say. I think that film was.
I love it. Yeah, really fun of that.
Will Smith is cancelled, but we can still enjoy his movies.
So that's why I liked the one to a lesser extent. I liked I Am Legend as well.
It was okay.
I can't watch that. I cannot watch that for the dog scene. I watched it once.
Yeah.
And I had a German Shepherd that looked exactly like that. Somebody actually gave it to me.
You shouldn't see the original one then. The one with Vincent Price. That's just as sad.
No, it's
Last Man on Earth.
I could bypass the animal violence in horror movies because it's usually so ridiculous. That scene destroyed me.
What about But Chris, what about the scene in The Thing? So that means you haven't looked at The Thing, have you?
There are some movies I like The Thing, but there are scenes that I skip.
Yeah,
it's like John Wick. I love that movie, but there's a scene in that movie. No, some of my favorite movies that have that in it, I know the scenes. I skip them. So yeah, I actually own The Thing. I don't have the 4K yet, but I own it 3 times on Blu-ray.
Ooh, that's nice.
I haven't watched that scene since the original DVD release, so I skip it.
All right.
I know it's there.
It's the fact that they lock them all in there with it, and it's like,
no, I can't. No, I'm a terrible softie when it comes.
But you can see someone's head getting cut off.
It's fine. No,
I love my fur babies. I love my fur babies.
Yeah, human.
Don't you, geeky? You got heaps of fur babies too, haven't you? You got a cat.
I've got way too many, and I live with a German Shepherd as of right now, so I kind of get it. But yeah, I've got way too many.
So you could, Chris, you can watch people get decapitated.
Oh yeah, no, I love it. I'm like, I cheer. I'm like, I want to see the gory. It's a puppy. No, okay, I got. I turn movies off when I can see where it's going.
Right.
I'm like, no, don't hurt.
I'm always rooting for the dog, not the person.
Yeah, I'm like, it's like the dog must like. I think it was. I was watching Dante's Peak a few weeks ago. I like that movie.
Yeah.
But I'm like, yes, everybody's getting slaughtered, but the puppy needs to live, and the puppy makes it through to the end. I'm like, okay, good. You got to save. I don't care about people. Save the puppy.
Yeah. It's like I'm watching Mars Attacks, and there's a retriever, and he gets zapped, and it's like,
remember, Matt, there's that scene in Independence Day when she's in the tunnel.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Running, and it's like when it jumps, it just gets in there, doesn't it? It's like, yeah.
It's more exciting for the dogs than the wife and kid.
It's like I was watching Friday the 13th. Jason Takes Manhattan, where he only takes Manhattan in like the last 15 minutes. But it's again, everybody's getting slaughtered, but there's a puppy on the ship. And then they escape. I'm like, there's like 4 of them left. Everybody else is dead, but the puppy makes them like, yeah, okay, awesome. The puppy's there. So then the puppy disappears for like 20 minutes because they're running away from Jason. I'm like, oh, no, where's the puppy? Don't hurt the puppy. And then at the end, puppy comes back.
It's like in Alien when everybody's screaming, the audience is screaming, leave the fucking cat.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I'm complex. I don't know if it's, but yeah, no, people.
Animals on film, eh? You gotta leave them alone.
There's a website called Does the Dog Die?
Does the Dog Die? I actually have it.
Yeah, no, literally, all the movies listed with the dog that dies. Does it die? Yes or no?
What an absolute hero.
Yeah, don't kill the dog, isn't it? That's one of the rules in Hollywood.
No, literally, I will be at Walmart. No, okay, what came out this week? In my horror collection, I have lots of animal deaths. But this is why I was saying earlier, it's like you'll have like the actual actor dog, then it's replaced with the stuffed animal that gets impaled. So that kind of stuff is ridiculous. But no, I will literally, I'll see, okay, what's it, Best Buy or Walmart? I'm like, okay, I'm looking at this. I go to that website because I have it on my phone. I'm like, I can't deal with bad things happening to puppies today. I'm like, you guys, like, go back on the shelf.
You don't want to watch things that are pre-1970 or 1980 because like things like Cannibal Holocaust and all those sort of things. No, they'll just put you down. Even something as simple as Pink Flamingos or something. You just don't want to watch anything like that.
How do we get to talking about dogs dying?
Yeah, there's a death of a chicken in that.
I Am Legend. Yeah,
it was Will Smith's fault. It wasn't mine. It was Will Smith's fault. Finally, my last film of my 10 for a quid was this thing. It's called The House with the Clock in the Walls. It stars Jack Black and Cate Blanchett.
That's actually a really good movie.
Yeah, it is.
I have the 4K.
I saw it. Yeah, it's a good film.
I've heard nothing about it. Not a whisper until you two guys said that there.
I saw it. It's good.
I think it's a family film. It looks family oriented.
Movie, but it's enjoyable. It's well shot. It's entertaining. It's entertaining like The Monsters.
Yes, I thought I'd give that. Yeah, I thought I'd give that a go. And I don't know if it's based on a book or whatever else, but it might entertain my inner child for 90 minutes there. That's what I thought. So I've got a good chunk of stuff there and a TV show I've been after for a while. Can't complain. Apart from the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles film, that shocker. I'm quite happy with that. You watched anything this week, Char? Type 40 Live, of course, every Thursday.
Obviously, apart from myself, and you lovely guys. No, I've what was I watching literally about? I've rewatched Man in the High Castle because I love it so much, and I have just started watching Dharma. I think you guys just got onto it, but I just left as you guys started talking about it. Not because I didn't want to see you, just because I had to go on the dog. So yeah, started watching that, and it is absolutely harrowing. So I read all about it, and I've given myself a few spoilers. But oh my god,
I'm gonna watch it. A lot of people are recommending it, so I'm gonna watch it.
Yeah, I want to watch Blonde as well. That looks really good. Sorry, you talk about films, aren't you? Am I really a film buff? If I am.
It's not
Netflix, isn't it? It's all Netflix now, isn't it?
Netflix. Exactly.
Whenever you're streaming and wherever you're getting it from, it doesn't really matter whether you're a buff or not. It's what you've consumed. That's what they want us all consuming, don't they? We are just consumers. Even to David Zaslav.
It's doing it for me at the minute. So.
What Dharma? What are you talking about?
Dharma.
I don't know what you were talking about. Sorry, you were saying it was doing it for you. I was like, what? Okay.
Just streaming in general. It is doing it for me. I've not got on.
And I normally say the inappropriate
called Endor whatever because I'm not bothered. But yeah, and Hocus Pocus 2. Obviously, I'm watching that tonight. So.
Did you grow up with the first one? Because we mentioned. I think we talked about that a little yesterday. I've never seen it.
Oh, it's really, really good. I love the first one. I'm not sure. I think I briefly remember you saying, Matt, that it's not amazing after a certain amount of time. But
15 minutes. I really liked it. The first 15 minutes, and then when it goes to present, because it starts back in the 16th century or whatever. So
does it start literally where it's left off then, or?
No. It just starts on the 16th. It just goes back in time to when the sisters were younger and how they come across certain things, and then it will go to the future time. And I'm like, no, it's so much better back in the 16th century. Yeah, it just works better.
I'll see it for what it is, yeah.
Oh no, you'll enjoy it. It's of your generation,
What's that film called with the girl who plays Lois Lane in the latest Superman film, and she was like a princess in a cartoon, and she comes into real life?
Enchanted.
They made a sequel. Yeah, they made a sequel to that, didn't they?
Disenchanted.
Yeah.
Enchanted.
She becomes the evil queen.
Oh, does she?
I'm really dubious about them.
She's going to become the evil queen, and there's going to be another princess that suddenly appears. And
really?
Yeah, if you know what I mean. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
I don't know how I feel about this.
I've never seen that either, actually, but I knew exactly who you meant. But
Pinocchio.
Amy Adams,
Amy Adams.
absolutely drop dead
Manipulated.
gorgeous.
if it's not Marvel and it's not Star Wars, I don't think I'm bothered. I just stay in my own little bit, and that's me done. But
You
I do
said
want to watch
in
that
the-
Smile film though. That is one I do want to film. So I do.
You
I
were
do
in the
get
chat
that.
when we recorded yesterday's show, and you mentioned you'd never seen Star Trek show.
No, I have no. It doesn't. Nothing about it speaks to me, which is so odd because of the type of person I am.
Because there's so much of it, it's hard to. I thought it'd be quite hard to avoid now, but then again,
It's not that I can avoid it. It's a bit like Lord of the Rings. Here we
Yeah.
go. I can't do it. I can't do that either. I try my best. I really do. And my stepdad has about, I don't know, 1,000 DVDs, or at least did at one point, and had all of them. And he was like, just watch this. And I was like, it's 2 discs. Me being really stupid, thought one was special features. And he was like, oh, pop the other disc in. I was like, oh, this is like it. When that came out, I had to get another disc now just to watch that. And I just can't, so I can't get into Lord of the Rings, and I can't really get into Star Trek. I just can't. It's
Star
too-
Trek.
it's too
Start
much.
with the films. Start with the movies. That's what I would do.
Yes, but not the one starting in 2009. You want to avoid that.
Not that one.
Actually, no. Don't start with the motion picture. As much as I love it, that I can admit that sleepy time. The Wrath
Yeah,
of
it
Khan.
is.
Start with that.
Wrath of Khan, yeah. Wrath of Khan.
what they
Search
call
for
the
Spock.
Genesis trilogy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, start with
I might
that.
be
love
turn
that
into a
motion
Star
picture.
Trek ad as well, because I don't know if I could deal with more fandoms. There's too much drama going on in the three that I do enjoy. So I'm not
Yeah,
sure if I
definitely.
need another one in my midst. But I'll try anything once.
Yeah.
Start
Trek,
with
Wrath of Khan.
Strange New Worlds. Start with
No.
Strange New Worlds.
No, don't start with that rubbish.
Actually, it's a good show. I have no issues. With it.
Just watch the Orville.
You know
You're-
what?
I don't really feel like I should be a sci-fi girl. I've not even watched one episode of Stranger Things yet. How bad is that? I know.
I don't think that's a bad suggestion to give Strange New Worlds a sample, but if because it's proper Ed there on a spaceship and stuff like that, and there's a good different sort of cast of people in it,
Hold
whereas
on,
with
right.
the movies,
Mm.
but with the movies, you've got.
Do you know what I
the
watched a
Genesis
couple of
trilogy
days
with the
ago?
one.
I think it was the something anniversary of Voyager, and they showed the one where she met Sulu.
Yeah.
Yes.
That was a good episode, right? But the only thing that bothers me is that Tuvok played Tuvok without, because when you see the flashback, he doesn't have the ears, does he?
No,
In
he
the
doesn't.
original-
but they're trying to explain it. Back then, they cared about canon. Okay.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So they wanted to explain why he was in it. But mind you, he's also in the episode of Star Trek Next Generation as
He
one
is,
of
yeah.
the
He is,
hijackers. So,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know my Star Trek shit
But
too.
I did like the bit where Tuvok reminded him of the rules, and then what's his name? Sulu tells him, "Look, when you got friends, all the rules get thrown out the window." You know what I mean? Blah blah blah. And I thought that was really cool because that's what Star Trek's all about, right? So I really like that. I saw that episode
was-
again. I like that episode.
Good episode.
Wasn't that some sort of anniversary episode for Star
Yeah,
Trek?
it
I
was.
can't really,
Yeah, it
can't
was
quite
the 30th
remember.
Anniversary.
Yeah,
96.
Yeoman Rand was in it too, wasn't she?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Lee
now they did all these celebration things in '96, and then they all did time travel episodes at the
did.
same time. The First Contact, then the same week, DS9 goes back to visit the Tribbles, and then Voyager goes back to 1996.
But that was through a mind meld, wasn't it? Through Tuvok, wasn't it? It wasn't. She didn't physically go back. It was just a mind meld, right?
Yeah,
Tuvok gives her a
it's-
mind meld. Yeah.
Well, yeah, it's
I'm enjoying all these spoilers, so I can't wait to get into it.
Like it. Did you say two-pack?
okay.
Tupac, yeah. Tupac, he's dead.
All I will say is don't get too attached to Tuvix.
Tupac.
We
Oh,
lost,
God, yeah.
Oh, that's still. Oh no! Don't go there.
That's a dark.
Of course,
Yeah,
I'm
they did that.
I'm still caught up about the death of Coolio earlier in the week.
Oh yeah, I just found out.
Really? You know who else died? Nurse
Who?
Ratchet. She was
Yeah, she
also
did.
in Star Trek as
Oh
well.
yeah.
Oh,
88
yeah.
years
Well,
old.
no, she's been in
Louise
Star
Fletcher.
Trek. She was in
Yeah.
Shameless.
Mm.
She was in what?
Academy
What for?
Award
The
winning.
Cuckoo's Nest.
Yeah, well, that's what she won the Academy Award for, wasn't it?
Yeah, Ratchet.
Mm.
She's been in a lot of things. And why is her name not coming? This
Louise
happens whenever
Fletcher.
I'm streaming. Yeah, every time I'm streaming, I forget names.
But
she had a great voice.
That film, I remember. I've spoken to Keith and Dan about this. We used to have a marathon night because obviously, anyway, we used to watch all these films through the night, and one of them was One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest, and one of One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest is really disturbing, isn't it? Especially the ending.
I saw that when I was about 6. Yeah, it's really disturbing. I don't know what my mother was thinking.
I wouldn't watch it for years because I thought the title was stupid. Then I put it in. I'm like, I guess. Oh, damn. Okay.
Yeah, it's a fucked up film.
It is. The bit that I always remember is the bit where they're playing basketball and Jack Nicholson's going to the chief. Chief, put it in the basket, and he's just standing there. Do you remember that scene where they went and played basketball? That was a really good scene. Put it in the basket, Chief.
I forgot he was in Poltergeist 2, actually.
Oh right, yeah. Is he in Poltergeist 2?
Yeah, he is. That was his last film before he died. So that's part of the curse.
Yeah. Oh wait, yeah, he was like dying while they did that. You could tell, like.
So was the old guy too. The one Reverend Kane or whatever his name was. He was also dying. He had stomach cancer at the time. So
he did look really ill in the film. Got a lot of
40th anniversary. I'm going to go and see it in the cinema. Poltergeist 40th anniversary.
Oh, I'm getting
4K
the
restored.
no,
I'm definitely going to go. I need to see it in the cinema.
I'd love to see it in 3D, but
it's future mega pick. Budget, but I watch every Halloween when I hand out candy. I have Poltergeist playing in the background.
Oh, fantastic!
Not many of my horror movies are suitable to have playing in the background where children are coming up.
I remember seeing the film in the cinema, right? And the bit that everybody was shrieking about is when the guy was looking in the mirror. And he started peeling his face off, and all the girls were screaming in the cinema. They're like, it's ridiculous. But it's a great movie. It's a great movie.
We'll have to talk about Poltergeist on one of the shows at some point. So, but we said we'd do half an hour. We said we'd do half an hour. We've done 50 minutes.
All right, okay.
That wraps it up for this time. Yeah, that is lovely to see you, Char. Thanks to all of you guys for this and yesterday's show. We'll catch up with you again at some point in the future. And everybody, leave us some comments about all of this and all of that. And we'll speak to you again in a few days. Bye-bye, everybody. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.